2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're bringing you all the action from the final round of the Valero Texas Open. I'm Luke Elvey alongside my great mate Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course bringing you all the shots, all the colour, all the action are Henny Quirk and John McCarthy. And Rich, these TPC series of courses are spectacular in their own right. Some really stern tests, but probably none harder than TPC San Antonio.
It is, and the thing that makes it probably tougher than anything is that the golf course is probably designed to play firm and fast, because that's what it does most of the year. Overseeded rough, overseeded fairways, the golf ball slows down, and then you get some unkind winds throughout the day, especially when it blows out of the north. It gets a little bit cold, golf ball goes nowhere. So this golf course turns into about $8,000 of just joyous pain. It's just, it's angry. There's very few shots out there that you feel super comfortable on. You know, even the drivable 17th hole where you think, finally, I've got a hole I can take advantage of, there's danger lurking everywhere. So it's just a golf course. You have to keep the ball in play off the tee no matter what. You get off the fairways, you're making double digits, making a 16 like a player did years and years ago. It's a hard golf course, and usually with tough conditions.
That's a tad wayward, not quite finding the surface.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
Didn't that look good for a long time? He has this putt to save his par. He's currently tied for fourth. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green. Stonking drive there.
Rich, if players are long enough and adventurous enough, they can go for this green in 2. How hard's the approach?
The green sits well above the players, so getting it home in 2 and actually stopping it on the green, that's a tall order, except for the players that are the longest in the game. Anything coming up short left is a deep bunker. But to be fair, though, that's not a bad miss. Anything, however, going long, though, can be. The bunker behind the green is really, really ugly.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Let's return to live play now. This would be a great up and down. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This one is for par.
So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green is perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to 2-putt, as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Putting for par. He's currently tied for 5th. The fourth is one of the stronger par fours at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par four.
And this shot from about 150 yards out.
Puff of wind blowing right to left.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. And he's down there. You got to read.
Oh, this is going hard left.
That's disappointing.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. The fifth is one of the shorter par fours on the property, right on 400 yards.
Players must make a decision whether to go for it or lay up short of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. This green is perched above the players ever so slightly, and there's a spine running right through the center of it with a low area on the left-hand side. No matter whether you go for it or you lay up, this is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
That's a tough break. This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close. Oh, that one started on a pretty handy line.
That was long range for him. That's good stuff.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side, but from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
The lines aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough. This one might need to hit a house. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. He's got this to move into the top 5 here. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, nice little 25-footer here from him. Outside chance, so it'll be good to hole.
That's a lovely looking stroke. No! So close. And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've given it a good look. I see this one going left at the hole.
This is what remains for a share of 6th place in the standings. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Welcome to the par 5 8th hole.
What a gargantuan tee shot.
He's setting up for his second shot. Just 2 shots behind. A bit out of shape with that swing. Got to get the rhythm back. Well, Rich, I'm being honest. This lie is putrid.
Yeah, nice from the rough.
Not a bad play, that one. Chance to get one under the card with this putt.
From long range here, looking to get it close.
You've got to like the look of this. Oh, painfully close. And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. From about 200 yards out. Just a couple back from our leader.
Yeah, this one's missing left.
This would be a great up and down. Ooh, that almost went down. And finishing this hole with a tap-in putt. I'm interested in my buddy Beamer's thoughts at this duel after 9 holes.
3 down, 9 to go. This player is going to have to start taking some chances if he wants to win this tournament.
That is absolutely spot on.
Now just 1 over par. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. A putt here to move inside the top 20. Yeah, nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. And that will take him now to even par.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view
and angle for their second shots as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
They caught it really clean out of the rough. This one could work.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Gee, if this is up, it could be in. Oh, how good was that? And that will move him up the leaderboard as well.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
Currently 1 under for the event. Reached this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Here's Tony Finau. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And this from the greenside rough. This is his 4th shot. Only 2 shots off the pace. Just outside 10 feet to the hole here, right on 11 feet to be exact.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
Ooh. Just 3 feet to the cup. And he'll drop down to 1 over for the event. 13's a long path for him, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short, and those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Sitting at 1 over for the event. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Well, that may have come out a little heavy. And that one has failed to escape the rough. So he's got more work to do here. That's well executed. This one's heading towards the green. That was wonderfully done. Trying to get back to even par with this putt. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This putt is going to start out straight and it'll move a little to the right after that.
And that should secure the par on this one. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Now 4 back after that hole. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Well, this will be a bonus. Right on 17 feet from here. Ah, the birdie just slides by. And the putt drops, now 1 over, heading down the stretch. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Okay, that'll end up pin high.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. He's in a share of 12th place.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 17th is certainly a fun hole. The question really is, should players go for it or lay up?
Depending on where they put the tee box, Luke, most players should be going for this green. Anything just short and left could find that deep bunker fronting a green, but to be fair, that's not a bad miss. The one you want to avoid at all costs is the one on the right-hand side, because nobody, not even professionals, like a 60-yard bunker shot.
And a chance here to close the gap to within 2 strokes of the leader with an up and down.
Nothing like a little pressure late in the day.
Nice recovery there. And now this to move into a tie for 5th.
It's not a long putt, but it will move right to left.
Currently at -1 following that hole.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Rich, the finishing hole here at TPC San Antonio, very famous with that creek meandering up through the last half of it. It's a great par 5.
Only the bravest of the brave will be going for this green in 2. Just a tee shot down the left-hand side and a layup, a difficult one at that, up the right-hand side. You must avoid the bunkers and the water with your second. Third shot, past the creek to a green that sits above you that has 3 distinct tiers on it. Getting it close here requires a deft touch.
That's less than ideal. He'll be disappointed in that one. He hit that pretty loose. Yep, that's a water ball. And he's down there.
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
And now this for a 71. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
If this goes in, this is going to be putt of the century. This is huge.
Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. And as the putt drops, he ends his event at even par. And Henny, no win for our featured player, but they took down their rival, Tony Finau, and that must be a great personal win for them.
Luke, this player has every reason to be happy with that performance. A great personal win on a golf side, but also a great personal win on a confidence side. They set the gauntlet down to Tony Finau and then beat him. That's huge.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.
Bye.